forecast first.
Good evening. Lots of clouds around Siouxland today, but notably the absence of rain showers for most of the day. But we have had one shower and even a thunderstorm at times rolling through eastern Nebraska. You can see that, delivering now light to moderate rain as it moves to the northeast. Otherwise, just mostly cloudy skies other than a couple of sprinkles here and there. Temperatures mainly in the 70s to lower 80s. We are cooler, though, in Estherville with 66 here at 6 o'clock. The planner looks like this. A chance of showers and storms here. 71 degrees at 10, 68 at 2, and 67 at 6. We are now starting to focus our attention on one part of the Labor Day weekend for the possibility of severe storms. We'll tell you all about it in a few minutes, but it's time now for your news.
Live from KCAUDT in Sioux City, Iowa, this is ABC 9 News at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Seaman.
And I'm Jessica Sahacek. According to current state jail standards on things like safety and security, the facility in Thurston County, Nebraska is in really bad shape.
Yet it's still open, but only after being grandfathered in after new standards were implemented. So are changes necessary, and for that matter of fact, are they even feasible? As Allison Warren explains, Thurston County is locked in a stalemate.
For most people, getting closed in the jail cell is the problem. But for Thurston County, Nebraska, their actual jail is the real problem. Jail isn't supposed to be great, but Thurston County's jail is a century old and only being allowed to stay open because of a grandfather clause under older rules. The standards in the jail are low, with fans running to circulate air and exposed wiring and piping. But security for officers and inmates is even lower. Despite the issues, on Monday, the Board of Supervisors decided they aren't ready to vote on building a proposed 48-bed jail that would cost more than $7 million.
It was a lot of things thrown at us at the Monday meeting that we weren't prepared for, but I do think we have the numbers that may support it. But I don't know if there's enough answers out there right now that all of the board members could come up to a mutual agreement. With many unanswered questions regarding jail size and need, for some taxpayers and board members, the issue all came down to dollars and cents. I don't care if you put it to the ballot of increasing taxes $10 or $10,000 per individual. Just the idea of increasing taxes is never a good thing.
At the meeting last Monday, I've had 2 or 3 people come to me since and say, if you get those numbers down, I think this will work really well.
So for now, it's back to the drawing board. An architect will look at scaling back the project and revising the plan. It means a lot more hard work for those who've been trying to tackle the issue for years.
I don't give up. If I believe in it, why, we took a bad turn here last Monday, but we're going to back up, take a look at our mistakes, and go forward from there. You know, you talk about a jail, it's kind of like talking about garbage. Everybody knows we got it, but nobody wants to talk about it.
In Pender, Nebraska, Allison Warren, ABC 9 News.
The family of the 32-year-old man fatally shot after a suspected armed robbery in Omaha says despite his decision to rob the restaurant, he doesn't deserve to die. On Tuesday, police say Cortez Washington used an airsoft pistol to hold up a Wendy's in Omaha. That ended in a shootout with police. It killed both Washington and an audio supervisor filming for the TV show Cops. Tawana Washington, the suspect's sister-in-law, says Cortez Washington was the father of 6 and a husband, that he should not have died.
But we all are victims in this. If you attempted to rob the place, then yes, you go to prison and you get jail time, and then you rehabilitate and you start life over again. You don't get loaded up with bullets.
Omaha police say Cortez Washington was on parole from a conviction in Missouri. He also had convictions in Kansas.
Former state senator from Iowa is facing 25 years behind bars for lying about money he took to switch support during the GOP primary race for president. Charges against Kent Sorensen date back to when he switched loyalties from U.S. Representative Michelle Bachmann to the U.S. Representative Ron Paul. The Department of Justice says that he then lied to federal investigators about the money. He got to do so monthly payments of $8,000 from October to December. Sorensen resigned from the Iowa Senate last year.
As of today, it's official. We here at ABC 9 will be hosting a U.S. Senate debate between Iowa candidates Bruce Braley and Joni Ernst. That's right, both candidates have accepted our invitation for a debate in Sioux City coming up October 16th. The exact venue is still being worked out, but the debate will be aired on all three of our parent company stations. We'll announce all the rest of the details much closer to the date.
A merger between Tyson Foods and Hillshire Brands is complete. Just yesterday, Tyson agreed to an antitrust settlement with the Justice Department to sell Heinold Hog Markets in order to move forward with that Hillshire acquisition. With the Hillshire merger, Tyson becomes a company with more than $40 billion in annual sales. It's the circle of employment. Workers retire, the new faces are hired. But in the Storm Lake Public School District this year, that's being taken to a new extreme. ABC 9's Mo Hyder is now standing by live with those details. Mo?
Tim, due to retiring teachers and a growing number of students, the Storm Lake District had a busy summer, interviewing and hiring for over 20 teacher positions. It's the first time some of these kids are walking the halls of Storm Lake High School. But they aren't the only new faces around. The same goes for about 24 new teachers.
Last year just happened to be a year that we had a lot of teachers retire. The second thing, we are a growing district. Our enrollment has been up, and as a result, we have a need for new teachers.
So how many teachers are we talking? That's 25, with 9 new teachers in the high school alone.
And what is that called? Do you remember?
Leah Schulte graduated just last May and was thrilled to snag a job with the district.
I was extremely lucky. I started student teaching in February, and I was offered the job at the end of February. So I had a job months before I graduated.
Since many veteran teachers are leaving, Schulte feels it'll be hard to fill their shoes.
I just kind of have to step back and realize I'm not going to fill them. Those teachers left a really big footprint on all of the hearts of the students, and I am just trying to make mine as well.
Even though she's a newbie, Schulte says she and the rest of the new class of teachers are entering the classroom with a new tool, youth.
I am your age, I'm close to your age, and I'm your teacher, and I have something to offer you to teach you.
And that's a lesson plan her students are definitely following.
I think the class is fun. I like to be with her. She teaches very well.
I think it's good because I learn more stuff and I learn English.
That's not the only exciting news of Storm Lake. A new technology building is also in the works. It's expected to be done in 2016. Jessica?
Great, thanks so much, Mo. Business is booming, you might say, for folks at Morningside College. The school is reporting the largest enrollment in the school's 120-year history, with over 2,800 students signed up for classes this semester. According to school president John Reinders, this tops the last record the college saw of 2,500 students last year.
A familiar face from the Siouxland business community is changing jobs. Mercy Medical Center is announcing the appointment of Dave Smetter as the facility's Vice President of Communications and Community Development. Smetter, who most recently served in an administrative role at Wells Enterprises in Lamar's, is already on the job at Mercy. Smetter previously worked at the medical center back in the 1990s. Every elementary student in Sioux City and South Sioux City got a special delivery today, courtesy of a Siouxland nonprofit. The Norm Waite Senior YMCA is giving away 116,000 pencils. Those pencils donated to the Y for their new program. It's called Get the Lead Out. And it aims to encourage all students to stay active, not only academically, but also physically. Students aren't the only ones, though, getting a little something extra. The teachers are in on the action, too.
Each one of the bags is for each classroom at the school. So there's about 25 bundles of 12 pencils apiece for all the kids in the classrooms, as well as the teacher will get a gift. We got donations from Staples and the Education Station for supplies for them as well.
DeRoyne says that it took 4 crews about 4 hours to get all those supplies passed out.
An Osage, Iowa man says he's played the same combo of Powerball numbers for years and it's never paid off. Well, that is until now. Dwayne Hansen is $2 million richer after picking up a ticket from the Casey's there in town. Hansen says he couldn't believe he won, so he double-checked his numbers online, then triple-checked them at a lottery self-checkout scanner. It was confirmed he did indeed win. Hansen says he's putting the money into a retirement account, and as for the Casey's, yes, the folks there will be getting a little pocket change too for selling that winning ticket. Still to come, if you rely religiously on reading food packaging labels, maybe you should think twice about how much thought you're putting into them. We'll have the details up ahead.
And I am a label and package reader for sure. More showers and storms coming tonight and tomorrow, but Saturday looks like nothing but sunshine. Then, though, we have to talk about the possibility of severe storms. Join us for your forecast after the break.
You're watching ABC 9 News at 6 with Tim Seaman, Jenna Renstrom, Chief Meteorologist Fred Hexam, and Sports Director Chris Palmquist. This is ABC 9 News at 6.
First there were interns, then there were gladiators. Now meet America's new obsession.
How to Get Away with Murder.
The new ABC Thursday, premieres September 25th.
They built this country with their hands, fought wars to keep us free. They fed a nation and the world and sacrificed for their children and grandchildren. So I'm going to keep the promise we made to protect Social Security and Medicare for every senior who depends on them, like my mom and dad. I'm Joni Ernst, and I approve this message because that's a promise I'll keep for their generation and generations to come.
Top-rated news sources agree. August is the best time to save money on a new vehicle. And Billion GMC has increased these savings for our last great sale of the summer.
Now, during our Labor Day sell-a-thon, get some of the lowest prices offered this year. Plus, check out our amazing low leases, like this 2014 GMC Sierra 1500 Double Cat SLE 4x4. Lease it for just $249 a month.
Don't miss Billion's last great sale of the summer. Now through September 2nd at Billion GMC in Sioux City. Go to billionauto.com.
The ABC 9 News Weather Pollen Count is brought to you in part by Wellendorf ENT.
Balloon sinuplasty is, I think, a rather novel approach of trying to open and ventilate the sinuses. With a balloon sinuplasty, essentially what we're doing is opening up the sinuses with a small balloon. It's important that that natural cavity or natural opening is used for the sinus to drain itself. Once those sinuses are open, they remain open. There is not the tissue trauma that's associated with the traditional sinus surgery. Most patients have the procedure done, say, in a lunch hour setting. Patients do exceptionally well.
Now, your local forecast from Siouxland's weather team.
Welcome back, everyone. You're looking at a live picture on the Hot Lotto Skycam HD of the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel in downtown Sioux City, where preparations, the last-minute preparations underway for the outdoor concert here tonight. Lots of excitement for that in downtown Sioux City as we go to Storm Lake on the Fitzpatrick Auto Skycam HD. It's mostly cloudy, but the pavement looks dry. And that's been our story for the most part today. Sioux City did have 68 hundredths of an inch of rain. That brings our two-day total to 89 hundredths, and some rain totals around the rest of the area. I received a report from Concord, Nebraska, around an inch. The east side of Lamar's also, one of our viewers reports an inch. Neely, Nebraska, 92 hundredths. Cherokee, 9/10. Marcus, 9/10. Vermilion, 55 hundredths. I didn't have space to put on the graphic here. Norfolk, 53 hundredths of an inch. So looks like around 9/10 to an inch common, with some totals more like a half inch in the west. Let's look, though, at our current HD radar, where it's been fairly peaceful. A few sprinkles crossing a couple spots. But we'll mention here these showers that we've been watching. They move through the Wisner area up toward Pender and Emerson. They're fairly light, producing an occasional heavy downpour, looks like, between Emerson and Pender. Let's actually slide around a little bit on the radar here. We'll show you that those are moving to the northeast. So, of course, Sioux City will have to watch. It looks like that is headed towards Sioux City. This is not severe, but there's certainly some decent rain amounts included with that activity. In fact, we're seeing a sprinkle indicated on radar here in the northeastern part of the Sioux City Metro right now. Off we go to the north, where we're seeing a shower and a thunderstorm now that's developed around Haywarden. That also is not severe, but we'll continue to watch that. And let's go ahead here and zoom out just a little bit here across the northern part of the area, where we do see some scattered to widely scattered showers and sprinkles that have really developed within the last hour east of Hartley. Some more activity there. So scattered, I guess, would be a good summary. That's the name of the game here tonight. Here is the allergy report for today. The weed pollen is still in the high range. It was very high yesterday. The grass has been knocked back down to the low range. I don't know if that's just the rain or if the grass pollen is starting to subside a little bit, but likely runny noses the cause, or the weeds the cause, I should say, rather, of your runny nose, should you have one today. 79 our temperature in Sioux City, but look at that uncomfortable dew point of 73. The air is thick with a south-southeast wind at 9, and temperatures mainly in the 70s to lower 80s across our map. Taking a look here at our regional temperatures, you can see the front still stuck to our south. We're talking about 90s right now in Kansas City, 10 degrees cooler in Concordia, Lincoln, and Des Moines. So a pretty strong temperature boundary there, driving showers and thunderstorms. That front is part of a big upper-level system bringing scattered showers and storms across the upper Midwest, and it will still be with us here for tonight, with showers and thunderstorms likely for tonight. Now for tomorrow, I'm going to give about a 60% chance of showers and storms, but that's mainly in the afternoon and mainly east of Interstate 29, as you see here. The good news, by football time, things are starting to quiet down, and we'll actually see some sunshine for Saturday. Let's go on to your rain forecast, which shows a fairly erratic pattern. That's not a surprise given this setup, ranging from 1/10 of an inch in Sioux City to over an inch possible in Wayne. Again, this is an estimate. One thing that is clear, though, it's in the east where the greatest potential for 1 to 2 inches of rain over the next 36 hours or so exists. 67 for tonight, showers and storms likely. For tomorrow, 79, more of the same. And here comes that 7-day forecast. I want to take a moment to mention that there could be some strong to severe storms on Sunday. It looks like things are coming together for the possibility of severe weather. We'll be watching closely, of course, as we go through the weekend. Labor Day itself, Monday, partly cloudy and 80 degrees. A quick reminder, if I could, check your batteries in your weather radio with the possibility of severe weather coming on Sunday. If you don't have one, get one at an area Hy-Vee.
Been a long summer. It's probably, those have gotten some workout over the summer. So
that's right.
Probably a good tip.
Yes,
thanks, Fred.
You bet.
Thanks, Fred. Motorists have something to celebrate this Labor Day weekend. It turns out gas prices will be at their lowest level since 2010. Regular gas will average $3.41 a gallon. That's 18 cents less than last year. Here in Iowa, the average is $3.33, and according to GasBuddy.com, prices at the pump should continue to drop through early November.
Still to come in just a bit, no trans fats? Well, is it too good to be true? Maybe. Maybe apparently. We'll explain when we come back after the break.
It's the 133rd Annual Labor Day Antique Show and Flea Market at Vic's Corner, Saturday through Monday, August 30th through September 1st. Dealers from several states will feature antiques, collectibles, and primitives in the finest antique show in the Midwest. Find valuable antiques and collectibles to add to your collection. Free admission and parking. Concessions on premises open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy the fun at the Labor Day Antique Show and Flea Market at Vic's Corner, located at the northwest corner of Junction Highway 9 and 86, 4 miles west of Spirit Lake.
When they can't make it happen, Billion Kia in Sioux City can. Buy a new 2015 Kia Optima for $18,900 or a new 2015 Kia Sorento for only $21,900. And now save interest by taking advantage of 0% APR financing on all remaining new 2014 Kia Optimas. We have several new Kias to choose from. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. When other dealers can get you financed, give Billion Kia a try. Come in now when they can make it happen. Remember Billion Kia in Sioux City or BillionAuto.com.
Now's the time for Labor Day mattress savings from Serta. Stop into Cry Furniture and get a free box spring with any mattress. We've got queen-size mattresses starting at just $3.99. Update to any iComfort or iSeries mattress and save up to $1,000 on a Serta adjustable foundation. Plus, we've got Lazy Boy recliners starting at just $3.99. You won't find these deals anywhere else. So come on to Cry Furniture in Orange City. Open 9 to 3 on Labor Day.
We have the faith in Joni. She is the right one.
I was just absolutely ecstatic to have her endorsement. Those are the types of people that we need in our federal government.
Joni Ernst would be another Tea Party vote in the Senate. Ernst would privatize Social Security. She'd cut taxes for millionaires and eliminate the national minimum wage. Palin, Ernst, too extreme for Iowa. The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The Sports Zone half-hour show every Friday at 10:30 starting August 29th. Only on ABC 9, where local sports matters.
Trans fats. We know we're supposed to avoid them, but oftentimes it's much easier said than done. Here's more from ABC's Dr. Timothy Johnson.
0 grams trans fat. The label is bold and clear. So the last thing you would expect is for what's inside to have any of this artery clogging type of fat. But according to CDC researchers who compared nutrition labels on packages to the ingredient lists, 84% of products touting 0 grams trans fat actually contain partially hydrogenated oil, a type of trans fat. So how can these products make this claim? It's because the FDA currently permits manufacturers to label products as 0 trans fat if a serving size contains less than half a gram. For example, if you happen to eat a 3-cookie serving of a certain popular brand of chocolate chip cookie, you may be unwittingly consuming half a gram of trans fat. This despite the fact the label implies it has none. For consumers, a wake-up call. To sidestep hidden trans fats, read the ingredients carefully and avoid products with partially hydrogenated oils. With this Medical Minute, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Coming up in sports, the Muskies played hockey today, but not on the ice and not against another tournament team. We'll explain it when we come back.
Plus, the 2014 football season starts off with a bang. We'll have an East Heelan preview coming up next in sports.
ABC 9 News is brought to you in part by Dunes Eye Consultants.
Starting out, everything is perfect. Then without warning, it starts slipping away. Silently, health problems can deteriorate the quality of your eyesight. Glaucoma, diabetes, discomforts like dry eye. Dunes Eye Consultants prescribes annual vision medical eye care as part of your total well-being. If you are concerned about your eyes, then Dunes Eye Consultants is your answer. We combine state-of-the-art technology with evidence-based treatments to protect one of life's most precious gifts, the gift of sight. Call us today.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
Brought to you by Northwest Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner.
In 1894, Labor Day became a federal holiday. Now it's an unbeatable holiday savings celebration at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Shop guaranteed low prices. This 32-inch HD TV is $159, $90 off suggested retail. This leather recliner is $299, more than 70% off suggested retail. Then add 36-month financing at 4.99% or get no interest until January 2016. Your choice. Make this holiday unbeatable at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Closed Monday.
Top-rated news sources agree. August is the best time to save money on a new vehicle. And Billion GMC has increased these savings for our last great sale of the summer. Now, during our Labor Day Sell-a-thon, get some of the lowest prices offered this year. Plus, check out our amazing low leases, like this 2014 GMC Sierra 1500 Double Cat SLE 4x4. Lease it for just $249 a month. Don't miss Billion's last great sale of the summer. Now through September 2nd at Billion GMC in Sioux City. Go to billionauto.com.
Now, ABC 9 News Sports.
Well, football season is officially back, and I, like many of you out there, couldn't be more excited about it. But kicking off 2014 with one of the best rivalries in the entire state, well, that's the proverbial cherry on top. Heelan and East and Heelan, it's really about the only setup this game needs. After a 4-year break when Heelan dropped down to Class 3A, the rivalry renewed in 2010 and has provided some great games since. First, a 3-point win for East, then a 2-point win for Heelan. And last year, the 5-point victory for the Crusaders was their closest game during their run to a state championship. Despite all the hoopla surrounding this game every year, though, the coaches say it's just another week.
You know, it's just another one of our games, and, you know, in the big picture of things, to our fan bases, the game means a lot, but in the big picture of where both of our programs want to end up, the game really is no more important than any other. So
it is a big game, but does it mean anything when it comes to you know, district play or playoffs? No. So you know, it's one of those deals that you know, we're using it more as an evaluation tool to take and see where we're at.
Now, while coaches might think like that, the kids on the field, well, they see it more like we fans do.
It's a big rivalry. It's always, I mean, it's really, you think about it all the time. I mean, all summer we always talk about, you know, our game against East. We're always thinking about them. You know, they're going to be a good team this year. It's going to be a good matchup.
That's the most exciting game all year, and it's the most fun. It's a huge rivalry for everyone, them and us, and everyone in the city likes to come out and watch, whether you're a fan of East or Heelan. But it's just, the atmosphere is great. There's so many fans, and it's always a good game.
Our kickoff is set for 7:30 tonight. We'll have full highlights for you tonight at 10. And with football season underway, that means Sports Zone is right around the corner. But this year, we're undergoing a makeover. High school football is a big deal here in Siouxland, and we decided 10 minutes of highlights isn't enough. Beginning tomorrow at 10:30, we'll bring you the only half-hour show in Siouxland dedicated to football, highlighted by our game of the week. Now, this week's choice, Woodbury Central at Ridgeview. We'll be live in Holstein at 6 and bring you extensive highlights from the Wildcats and Raptors at 10 with a very special guest. Get out to Holstein or check out the new look Sports Zone tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow morning, the Sioux City Musketeers take the ice in the JCWC semifinals, but today, some of the guys spent some time with some special Russian residents. Defenseman Marcus Kojo and Jared Rosberg represented the Muskies and joined team members from the other competing squads visiting the Children's Republican Clinical Hospital. The guys played some bubble hockey with some young patients, had a great time giving back on their off day.
It was lots of fun. Like, it was nice to help kids who needs the help, and it made me happy to see those kids to be happy, and that's great.
There's a picture. 9-year-old boy drew it. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, so I don't want to say it, but as you can see, for a 9-year-old, that was pretty impressive, and we're honored to have it. We're going to hang it in our locker room, and yeah, it was fantastic to meet him.
Well, the Muskies semifinal game against Tolpar Ufa will be streamed online tomorrow. Puck drop is at 9 a.m. Siouxland time, but of course the big story tonight, East and Heelan. I'll be out there and bringing full highlights back for 10.
Hopefully the rain stays away so they can have a true contest.
I hope Fred's
there.
doing all right on that end.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Chris. And we'll be back with Fred right after this. Stay tuned.
The summer clearance event at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lease a 2015 Chrysler 200 for only $169 a month. Your family, your friend, your dealer. Woodhouse in Sioux City.
I was deployed with the Iowa National Guard for 17 months to Western Iraq. We were the longest serving unit in the history of the Iraq conflict. Because of our extension, we were entitled to additional pay. And we weren't getting paid. Bruce Braley went to bat for us and made sure that we were paid. He did this because he cared about us, because we were from Iowa. He fought for us and he got results. As a veteran, I know what Bruce Braley did for me and my unit. He took care of us.
I'm Bruce Braley, and I approve this message.
It's almost over.
We knew this moment would come.
Your last chance to get 0% financing for 72 months on most Ford models.
It's go time.
Yeah. Feel the rush. Let's go to work. Don't miss the final days of the Ford Summer Spectacular.
Count me in.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months on select Ford vehicles during the final days of the Ford Summer Spectacular sales event. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Never seen the sky so blue. Birds are singing, I got nothing to do. Hey, 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 hey. It's just a sunny day.
It's always a sunny day when prices get this hot at Slumberland. This Saturday through Monday, everything is on sale. Slumberland's 3-day Labor Day sale. Pay no interest for 4 years. Get a Sealy Cushion Firm Queen set for just $267. 3-day Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Get great summer pricing at our Woodhouse Hyundai dealership. Purchase a 2014 Hyundai Elantra starting at only $15,900. Your family, your friends, your dealer. Woodhouse in Sioux City.
Like ABC 9 News on Facebook.
So much writing on your forecast tonight, I feel, Fred.
No pressure or anything. Well, we do have some showers and thunderstorms. Let's show you where they are. The first round is moving through Thurston and Dakota County. Now, it is moving northeast, so those of you in the Sioux City Metro, lots of you, could be a shower or storm. Don't expect anything severe, though. Another area of showers and storms moving north of Haywarden, and then another north of Spencer.
Chris will have your East Heelan highlights coming up as well. That's at 10. Have a good evening, and we'll see you then.